Hi, I need a vice. I don't have nothing to drink.
Oh, we're live. Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
hold on.
Hi, everyone.
Our
Bye,
shirts
everyone.
go properly.
Bye, guys.
Oh.
Yo!
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. Hennessy and Hotwings, you tuning in. Hennessy and Hotwings, you tuning in. Just listen to Miss Hot Sauce, she doing it. I'm fucking with Miss Hot Sauce, she cute as shit. She talking about your city and what's going on. She got tips for you, shorty, how to get it on. She talking to the men and what they doing wrong. Politicking about some business, she a little sassy. Hennessy and Hot Wings with some hot sauce, that's real classy. Depending on the topic, she might get nasty. Got your podcast blasting, it's a real classic. Got my Hennessy and Hot Wings, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hot Wings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hot Wings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hot Wings, let's get it cracking. Yeah, papers, let's get it cracking.
Got my Hennessy and Hot Wings, let's get it cracking.
Boom. I almost
And
had a...
now we're back for real.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
What's happening? I almost had a malfunction like right as the boom was about to come because I was trying to adjust stuff and it would have all fell apart. So now I'm just gonna live in my chaos.
It's been a malfunctiony type of day. We're gonna keep this show a little bit shorter than normal. It's our last show of the month, and if you guys haven't noticed, we've decided to dedicate that to just us and some girl talk and some recapping and shit and all that good stuff. So it's just us and y'all.
Hot Wings, what's happening?
Hot Wings.
Hello.
Okay, make sure you guys give it a little sharing though, to let people know that you are watching. If you guys have things that you want to discuss or you want us to talk about, you just drop them right into the chat section, and we shall discuss. Clearly, there's been a lot of things going on this week, so we have a lot to talk about. We
do. So first, let me do the quick little introductions for those who are new and don't know who the hell we are. Up top to the other side with the curls, going for the girls, we've got Miss Hot Sauce, the boss, aka throw me off the porch because I'm PMSing.
Yes.
Aka I threw a tantrum on the floor because I can't handle the emotion of PMS.
Yes.
Miss Failure to Can. It's been a struggle last week. Miss Hot Sauce.
She made it through the week.
She made it. She's here. And then to the other side, oh, Jill. Our resident slogan provider. You will see some posts later on to understand what we're talking about, but the creator of Good Samaritan Sex. I'm sorry, not good, but Samaritan Sex, the creator of Gateway Acts. This woman is literally the catchphrase queen, the lovely Jill Badu. What's happening?
Yes.
I hate your turn up hot sauce and I hate you now. It's just, yeah. Exactly. Even your body hated that turnip. Even your body did. And I'm your girl, Ms. Mofilla, looking like I just rolled out of bed because I might have. I tried to pull a Jill and find my zen before the show, and I found too much zen and passed the hell out.
You went to sleep?
Ms. Mofilla. Yes, I fell the fuck asleep. God damn it.
What that is supposed to do?
I mean, I did find my zen.
I mean, that's good.
Right?
It helped
supporting self-love.
It will help you to relax.
A little bit too much. I went into a state of unconsciousness. I was no longer.
That's the best kind of self-love. Yeah. When you go, I have the fucking hiccups.
Yeah, and they're taking your ass out. Like they're fucking you up.
Because they're like literally stopping me from breathing. Look, I did an interview this week, and I literally had the hiccups throughout the interview, and it was the weirdest thing. I saw an episode like this in Grey's Anatomy when when her dad had the hiccups and he died. Oh no, it was her stepmother. Meredith's stepmother.
So now you've got a terminal disease, the hiccups?
Yes.
Got it.
God. Shit. Oh.
I don't think this is how it ends for you.
It is Air Max Day today. Big shout outs to Air Maxes. I did wear my Air Maxes unbeknownst to me. It's only the sneaker that I have. So I represented today for Air Max Day, and I didn't know it was Air Max Day until maybe 12 minutes ago.
I didn't know until just now. So shout out to Air Max Day.
You see how they treat me?
I know. I'm sorry, man. I mean, it's hard to beat at the top, you know?
It just really kind of fucking blows. Okay, so what do we let's get a little relationship update. Let's see how you guys are doing, how you guys been faring in schooldom. Jill Badu, we'll start with you.
Why? I feel like you've been starting with me lately.
Miss Mozilla, we'll start with you.
Damn it. My status is pretty much the same as last week. I'm doing a good juggling act. I'm out here just really gearing up and getting ready for summer 2021 because, oh God, I got some shit to do. That's where I'm at. I'm out here. Streets out. They're calling me on 3-way, got me on pager. I went and threw back and got a pager. I'm joking. I didn't. But for the streets, I will. I've
been in the gym heavy trying to get street ready.
Why do y'all think I've been fasting every weekend? It has nothing to do with health. It's to get right for the summer.
You have to be naked with a mask on, though. You got to wear your mask. You can get fancy masks from different places. My mom has a real cute mask. You can match all of your outfits with them. So that's lit. Yeah, you gotta get street ready.
The streets are calling. I'm getting a phone upgrade. I want to make sure my phone is nice, new, and refreshed, so that when I'm out in these streets,
you should get another phone. Jill Badu, he has 3.
Oh wow, drug dealing, Jill Badu. Got it.
Drug dealing, hoeing.
Yes.
Regular.
Got it. I got to get my 3 lines up. Got it.
I could be wrong, Jill.
Is that what the lines are for?
No, I just have 3 jobs. That's all. That's the only
reason. The 3 jobs are pimping, hoeing. No. How you pimping and hoeing at the same time?
You can high off her own supply. No, but so Jill, how's it going? Story time?
Yeah, I think it's story time.
Everything is dumb.
That's her status. Everything is dumb.
So I went out with this Caucasian gentleman.
Oh boy, we're back here again. Okay.
At the top of the week, and he dumped me today.
He dumped you?
What do you mean he dumped you? Why did he dump you?
What is going on?
Why are you so lappy? It hurts to be rejected.
I'm by a Caucasian man. I'm sorry. Wow, I said that out loud. Go ahead.
It's just so laughable, you know?
Exactly.
So we're waiting. Tell us everything.
Why did he dump me?
Let's see.
Well, okay, so everybody who I showed his picture to said he looked like a serial killer. And so I felt really like uncertain as to whether or not I should continue to see him, because I'm like, oh, if I end up dead, everyone's going to be like, we told her he was a serial killer. So I kind of like pulled away. And then, I think this was kind of the last straw today. And he was just kind of like, you're not even trying. And I was like,
well, you're not even saying a story.
Exactly. I feel like it's so general.
You're saying words. I went out with a guy.
Yeah, we went on one date. The date went fine. But then anybody who I was like, oh, I think he's adorable. Right. But that show You?
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, Joe,
everybody says he gives Joe vibes. And so I'm like, let me send y'all his picture and y'all can tell me.
All right,
That would
we'll
be
figure
nice.
this out. That'd be good.
Since everybody who's seen it already has said something, except for me and Mo.
Right. How we haven't seen it is beyond us.
Everybody that I showed it to, the whole entire world,
except for your
seen him, and they have
co-host and
said,
friends.
and then the relationship show.
Right. We don't see it.
The men.
We've seen your vagina, but we don't
We
see.
can't see the dude.
It just, we haven't really spoken this week, ladies.
It's been a
We've
week.
spoken to everybody else in the world.
Right. You could start the
How are you trying
conversation.
to fix this? We haven't spoken, but everybody.
I spoke to everybody else about this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I just saw the picture. Wow.
You to be a part of the Geek Squad at Best Buy and
None of this is okay.
a complete mass murderer.
Yeah, none of this is okay. Giving off like crazy Sully vibes. Like, I don't know, like he was like a mass murderer by the name of Sully. I don't know why. I'm naming him Sully now. Yeah, I don't like this. I wish I could put it in the camera. Hey, we got a surprise guest. I love when it happens. I love it.
And he's still there. Look at him.
He's still there. Just peeking in the corner.
Like, I am going to be a part of this show.
One way or the other. You understand me? But yeah, I wish I could put his picture up for the rest of you guys to see. I'm waiting for Jill. No, we're not going to do it. Okay.
No, we can't.
Okay. That like legal problems and stuff.
Shout out to him. Shout outs to him. But she can't even tell us. I'm still stuck on the fact that everybody in the world has seen.
Except for us. The fuck is Oh, she's back. She's back. Hey girl. Hey
girl.
So, all right. Now that we've seen him after everybody else in the world,
So how did it go?
Yeah.
You think he's adorable. The rest of the entire world that you've told about, except for us, says that he looks like a serial killer. So then how did that lead to you getting dumped?
Oh, sorry. Special guest has got to come through real quick.
Yeah. So I ended up just kind of, like doing the slow fade.
Oh, so the words of your everybody else that you told before us, the words from them affected you. So you were like, I'm not sure about it.
I was like, I don't want to end up dead. Okay. And then for everybody to be like, oh, I told you so.
Gotcha. So that's why you fell back. And then he caught the hint and was like, you know what? You got to put on the voice.
You or something did he, say that he liked you and that he wanted to see you?
Yeah. He's like, I think you're really sweet and I'm really attracted to you. But he felt like overall I just wasn't giving it any effort.
Which was accurate.
And so I was like, oh, okay.
Because you didn't really like him in the first place.
Exactly.
I did.
You thought he was adorable. Doesn't mean that you like him.
I did. I was really interested in getting to know him. And then everybody was like, oh, I don't know. You're going to end up dead. So that really scared me.
I mean, I could understand that. That could definitely put some thoughts of doubt in your mind.
They say that single women shouldn't rely on the sayings of their single friends, because they would lead you astray. He could have been the motherfucker that you ended up with and loved you like a black empress for the rest of your life. And here you go letting all your other friends in the whole entire world besides Mo and I, you let them dictate what you're going to do in your relationship. Is that normally how you do things?
I just want to throw it out there that I would never, ever, even if you showed me his picture before you showed everybody else in the world, I would never think that he would be able to provide you the black love that you need. I don't think he would ever do that, but continue.
I didn't say black. I just said regular.
No, you said something. You said something about Black Queen or something.
Like a black black.
Yeah, Black Empress. Yeah, I don't really see that.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm sorry. Continue. I just had to throw that out there. I would
No, I
never.
don't usually operate that way. However, I think, the I'm scared.
I feel that. I mean, when I look at his picture, I'm scared. So I get it.
I'm not scared. By the way, I would really like to see if he can fix my computer.
That's not even better. That's not better.
Why? I just, what's his job?
He's like a scientist.
He's a computer engineer.
I
I knew it.
I decided
fucking
to be a
knew
computer
it.
engineer.
I knew it. So I'm grappling with the fact of I would like to receive some oral satisfaction.
Oh.
And I don't know, and I'm usually really good with this, but I don't know how to do it anymore. It's been so long.
Oh, wow. You mean like getting those to come over just to give you that?
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
What's a while?
Like this whole year so far.
Mm. You sure?
Yeah, no, this whole year so far, I haven't been able to like really kind of get, like maybe because I've been so tired and so overwhelmed, I just haven't been feeling like it. I'd rather just go to sleep. But it's been really weird because I've been having these like feelings of wanting, oral satisfaction, oral care.
Is this when I jump in and offer Samaritan sex? Is this?
Yes.
This
We're actually going to end this show early, and I will walk Cassius, and then we will
Not walk the dog.
So, anyways, let's get into some of the most interesting things that have gone across the internets these days. Quavo and Sweetie have broken up. They were one of my favorite couples, and I loved them.
Really?
I'm a big Sweetie fan. I'm a big, huge Sweetie fan.
Okay.
And then I like rich bitch energy. And I like that rich couple love energy.
Okay.
But you always kind of forget that bullshit be happening.
Okay.
Bullshit be happening and stuff like that. So when they broke up, it was hurtful to me because I was like, Quavo, how? Why? She's icy.
I was just about to say, any relationship that starts off with a snowflake and decoding, what did he say? You were a glacier? Like, are we really creating that as couples goals? That's what we're doing?
I kind of like it.
Cool. Okay.
I kind of like it.
No fakes and
that's
glacier.
how I imagine the man of my life coming into my life, by being like, yo, you look
glacier.
And I'd be like, icy. And then next thing I know, we're in love, and I'm getting Birkins and Bentleys that he's probably going to repossess soon. So in a relationship, if you have to deal with a whole bunch of, if you do a lot of gifting in a relationship and you break up, do you believe that you should then you should be allowed to receive those gifts back?
No, legally, like that wouldn't stand in court, quite frankly.
No backsies.
Like, exactly. Indian givers, like we've been shaming them. Indian givers have been shamed since the beginning of time. I don't know if that's now a politically incorrect term, but when we were kids, that it is. Oh, it's Native American giver. Is that what you
just don't
use it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the whole?
But we can use it in the context. Put air quotes over it.
Okay.
And you'll be, and then it's okay.
Okay, but I guess I'm not going to use it. I'm going to have to do my work around it. But anybody, like you said, no take backsies. Like, since we were kids, that's always been shunned upon. If you're in that price range where you can gift Bentleys, don't gift shit if you can't just taking that L. Like, stop it. When you gift something to somebody, it is now their possession. It's not yours anymore.
Well, I guess it depends on if you're still making payments on it. I think that's the biggest factor.
Okay.
Like, if you're still making payments, I'm not going
to continue to make payments.
Payments for a vehicle that is being driven by a woman that I no longer mess with. Like, that's dumb.
I think it's dumb to be leasing out Bentleys as a gift, but that's their world.
And that's the thing. That's something else that I have a big thing too. Like, Is that what we're gifting nowadays? I thought we were gifting like candy bars, maybe some diamond earrings or something like that, or some nice PJs. But Bentley seemed like something that I would probably want to get back. You know, like I want to have that back.
If I bought it outright, I'm not that type of person that wants it back. But if I am making payments, a car payment on that bitch, yeah, I'm not gonna continue to make car payments. If you can't cover it, then it is what it is. But I'm not gonna want it physically back. No.
But I also don't think I would misbehave to that extent if I have that much to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but she didn't misbehave. She pretty much left him because
no, him. I'm talking like, you know,
gotcha.
Like, because now everybody, the streets are talking about you. Like, oh, you know, so the next chick you give a Bentley to, she's gonna be like, no thanks.
You're gonna have to step your game up for your next bitch, or you just get a dumber bitch who just still will be excited about a Bentley. And that's usually the route they'll go. They'll just get a dumber bitch that's excited about a Bentley. Sorry, did I say that? I mean, I anybody would be excited about receiving a Bentley, but that lifestyle that's not my vibe. That's not my energy. I love getting money and I love being wealthy, but that shit is not my energy.
I want. So for me,
I want you to buy me a Bentley. Don't lease me a Bentley. Like don't do that fronting shit. I don't like that shit.
Because you get to put a bow on it, drive it off the land, and then next thing you know, that's all there is to do. Exactly. And then you repossess it because you're gonna stop paying the payments on it, and that's kind of fucked up because you know now I'm missing a car out of my 7-car fleet.
Right.
And you know, like it doesn't. 7 is a good number, so now like
6 is a little off. You know?
Now I gotta find another. You know, so I want to be about that life one day, but I don't know if I can. One of the things that came out of that whole situation was that he cheated. And when she didn't say anything bad about him, she basically said, you know, when the person you're with is giving, you know, that love or intimacy to somebody else, it's not what it should be, or I don't want it or whatever. And he retorted by saying, you know, she wasn't the chick that I thought she was. What exactly is the chick that men who cheat thought they were? That I would overlook it?
Or no, that I would be quiet and never expose you. That's the woman that they thought.
I just feel like men need to choose. I mean, okay, we're going to get into that a little bit later, but I feel like if that's the type of woman you want, then you would probably go, you know.
Here's the
simple.
Whoa, yes.
Which is a very big controversial topic because some people feel like it's bashing the woman or whatever, or victim blaming or something like that. But yeah, in this situation, they are two good-looking. Well, not so much. They are two good-looking people. They got into they fell in love. They are out of love now. Life is gonna go. She's gonna not have a problem finding another baller. He's definitely not gonna have a problem finding another chick. So that kind of works out, which was very controversial. No, what is the word? Something with a compared to Derek Jackson and his wife Denia. And I know that we all saw this. So how do we feel? And we're about 3 days away from the scandal, or 3 days into the scandal with Derek Jackson and his wife and his incessant cheating on her.
It's only been 3 days.
It feels like it's been at least a week.
It feels like it has been on my timeline forever.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like I don't even want to hear the name Jackson anymore. That's how annoyed I am.
We'll just call him Derek.
Their whole story.
D. We'll just call him D.
So yeah. Derek Jackson, he is a love guru.
Can we not call him that anymore? He's not a love guru.
He's a love guru, a relationship guru who gives women advice on how
Relationship
not
con artist.
how not to be duped by a fuck boy or by someone who doesn't respect
How
you
to not be
cheating.
duped by him. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, but pretty much that's what he's teaching out people to people. And for years, I have been screaming out against Derek Jackson. Why are we talking about him? Why? I don't care what he says that has common sense, that it sounds logical. I don't care. I think that he's a fraud and he's a phony. Story time. Okay. So back in maybe 2016 when Henny and Hotwings started, so 16, maybe 17, around there, we had a guest on there. What was his name? JJ what?
I'm not going to answer that.
What was
I don't remember his last name.
Oh, JJ Silently Unspoken. She don't gotta say nothing. I don't give a motherfuck. I don't know where he is. I actually went to go look for him the other day just to see if he was dead or alive. But he was also one of these relationship gurus, one of these people who tell you all the things that you need to know and teach you how to be a queen and tell you to fix your crown while your man is sleeping with you and you go somewhere else. And we had him on the show. And within his first maybe 10 minutes, I said, something ain't right with this motherfucker. Something definitely right. Something ain't right. Everything he said was just terrible. It was awful. It was terrible. He reeked of narcissism and selfishness and holier than thou and I know everything and all kinds of stuff. And from that point, I knew that motherfuckers like him weren't right. There was another one who used to put out a whole bunch of memes about love and stuff too. His name was 2 letters, RH or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And he used to put him out. He got married, cheated on his wife. That was a whole scandal back in the day. So I don't understand why people was looking at Derek Jackson and being like, oh yeah, he's the truth. He helped me and helped so many relationships or whatever, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Who sat there and had multiple sexes with multiple women in his marital bed with his one wife for probably the last 12 years.
His soldier. He doesn't have a wife. He has a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just so beat down by this story. Like, I feel Jill 100%. I will live a happy life if I never hear the words Derek or Jackson ever again.
Well, for the sake of this show,
I know we're gonna get through it.
We'll discuss this topic.
We're talking about it. Stop being crazy for 10 seconds. We're talking about it.
I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm tired of it. You guys are entertainers. You have to.
Hi, I'm trying to answer the question.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. Relax, bro.
Listen, I'm getting off of this shit. Fuck this. I'm not doing this today. Anyhow, pretty much what I was trying to say is he was a scam artist. That's why I'm like, when we're throwing this word guru out here, he's not a relationship anything. He's a guy with a fucking camera and an opinion.
In a car.
In a car.
Yeah,
not even, and he's been in front of his side bitch's car doing these recordings. Like, I'm not doing this shit with these people anymore. So he was a con artist preying on the emotions of broken Black women and then using their stories to bash Black men. So I've never been a Derek Jackson fan, but what I'll never ever respect from anybody, I don't care if I'm a fan or not, is practice what the fuck you preach. So don't be out here telling all these women about these ain't shit men when you are the ain't shit man. Like, like you're the poster child for it. Like the narcissism.
While I'm telling you not to cheat on your wife, I am leaving my side chick's house and doing this video in front of her house, telling you guys not to deal with ancient men.
So I'll say this. I think that the reality is, like, it was the perfect scenario, right? Like, if you're going to pander to women, I don't think anybody panders specifically to women and doesn't expect the reward of pussy. Let's just be for real, right? So like, I felt like that was his whole objective. Like, he was out here winning for years. And so the fact that he was able to cheat for this long and do all of these things for this long goes to show how good he had it. I definitely think that he was great at what he did. And that's why it probably made him millions as a result of being a really, really great, I don't know, what do we want to call him?
Liar.
An orator. he's an orator. Like
Come
it
on,
was the
Artist.
perfect. It was the perfect
Orator.
setup. Yeah, like it was the perfect setup, dead ass. Like, because I can imagine the amount of women who would be in his inbox, you know, like, yo, what's up, yada yada yada. And if you're cute, I'm pretty sure he's like, I'd hit. Facts, you know what I'm saying? And he would just set it up and then like probably make the women feel like, you know, oh, my wife is this and my wife is that, or we're not together, or you know what I'm saying, like she's not satisfying me the way that, you know, I love the connection that we have. Whatever he needs to do, he understood the female psyche enough to know exactly what he needed to say in order to get all the pussy that he wanted, and it worked. So it was a nice, he had a nice run. Now the jig is up, and I think that like this is gonna be the wife's opportunity though to become her own like, you know, guru of how to survive being married to a fuckboy.
I don't
So
think that I don't know if she has that opportunity right now.
She's got
in
on
the name of
full
Jesus,
armor.
I absolutely think
She's got on
she
the full
will.
armor to do it.
Well,
She will. She
She's gonna start a
absolutely
church.
will.
She's gonna start a church.
This was the most
She
controversial
will start a
about it
church.
because this was the first time that the world has really seen her, like in
Literally.
literally. And when they did their confession video, whatever the fuck it was, she received a lot of backlash in herself because it was I think because she looked crazy. She looked deranged. She looked like a victim. She looked like a victim of abuse.
Kidnapping.
She
It just
played the
didn't look
role.
right.
She sat there and she played the role and she did her thing. And then she buckled down on it with a second video. And then she tripled down on it with the second video, all of the same content. And I was nervous for her. I did get nervous for her after a while because I was like, something in the milk ain't clean.
I think it was the army fatigue that sent off the first red flag for me. And the put on the full armor of God speech while you're wearing an army fatigue t-shirt. It was just a bit much. And even like, I think the more she's, you know, does her own videos, it kind of explains what we saw in the video of them together. The reason why she looked a little crazy, deranged, spaced out is maybe that's who she is. And then also, like, I don't know if you've seen the pictures that are floating around of her when she's actually dressed, she looks like a totally different person when she's
Still
up
tacky,
and done.
but she's
Still tacky.
Very
Oh no, I'm not talking about the Creflo Dollar outfits. I'm talking about
No, I mean, even when she got dressed, it was very ill-fitting wears. Like all the way back in the day, it almost was like if you went through her page, you can tell the slow self-destruction of her as she went up, and the closer you got to the top of it, the more she channeled the spirits. And it led to this moment where like she speaks a lot of gibberish on her lives, quoting a lot of scriptures, very weird. You might see a bonnet, but I see the helmet of God.
Of righteousness, the breastplate of peace.
The breastplate and the sandals of righteousness. You know, things like that. Honey, your man has been sleeping in your bed, fucking mad bitches. You have every right to stab that nigga in the same bed over and over and over again. Constantly.
Yeah, but it sounds like this was
the views that were just expressed do not represent the views of Henny and Hotwings. We do not promote any form of murder or violence.
Stab him, sis.
Wow. Okay.
If you go right
like
here.
No. It seemed like she had already, you know, she already knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this wasn't new to her. It was news to the world, but it wasn't news to her. So who knows how long she'd been dealing with his infidelity, right? And she said, I think on one of the posts that I read, that she would go onto these women's pages. So it doesn't even seem like he was good at it or like was even trying to hide the fact that he was out here creeping. So, you know, it seems like she was out here just trying to become these women and speak like them and dress like them in hopes that he would love her. Right. And so she knew what was going on. So it wasn't news to her. And B, I think it's really telling that she's not the one who exposed him, right? Like
All right, it
she
was the
did
side
know.
chicks.
She
Right.
because the other piece of it too is that he's their breadwinner, right? So this what he does, his image matters to her. So I don't think she would have ever exposed that man if the side pieces did not come out with the information, because of the fact that that's how she keeps a roof over her head. So she's vested in this whole situation too.
So are we trading self-respect for a man's provisions?
I think in her case, I don't know what her means are. I don't know what skills she has. I don't know what she does for a living, etc., etc. But I mean, for a lot of people, that's a reality where you will sacrifice self-respect and all kinds of tolerate all kinds of not good things because of the fact that it's like, this is how I keep a roof over my head. It's either I stay with him in this really terrible situation or I'm on the streets. That's a tough decision to make. If you don't have anywhere else to go,
let's be real though. Let's be real, because we were just talking about this a couple of weeks ago about if your man is doing everything he's supposed to do for you and you find out he got somebody else, would we leave? Would we stay? Are we dealing with it? So
I think that's a different scenario. Like if you find out your man was cheating once and he did it once and something versus your man constantly every day cheating on you and bringing the women into the bed in which you sleep. I think that's a completely different scenario. I think I would definitely probably, okay, a little infidelity, fuck, damn, shit. He's still whatever. He's still making sure that I look right, I act right, I'm healthy and whatever. Versus I'm gonna fuck every bitch that I want to in the bed in which we sleep, and I'm gonna let you be out here making a fool of yourself after the world finds out that you are allowing me to have women in my bed, if that's the narrative that we're going with, that you are pretty much giving me the okay to absolutely disrespect you. So in that case, I almost feel like the backlash that people were getting for talking about her outfit was almost justified if you're very okay with the fact that your man is out here literally passing vaginas around your home. Like that just seems different to me.
Yeah, I just learned to not use like such harsh like words like losing self-respect and things like that, only because like marriage is a motherfucker. When I tell you it is a motherfucker. So whatever agreements they've had to come up with in their marriage to make it work is their fucking business. It's not for me to say whether she's disrespecting herself or not. Where she did disrespect herself 1000% is getting on that live looking crazy as hell. Absolutely. With the bonnet and the shirt on. 1000% you looked, that's where you disrespected yourself 1000%. Because if you guys have this arrangement and you guys, you good with it, sis, come out here.
That's what I'm saying.
Looking like, bitch, yeah, I'm with it.
The part that if I'm okay and I know these things and this is what we've decided to do and we are okay and I'm okay with him doing that, then you present yourself being okay and confident in the fact that you know who your man is and what your man is doing. She sat there literally looking crazy. Like it's all
and while he proceeded to bullshit, like it wasn't even like
and it's not like he's a regular guy. So like if your boyfriend Jimmy was like, yo, I cheated on your husband Jimmy was like, yo, I cheated on you, whatever. He's just out here regular maybe Joe's white guy working at the Geek Squad. He's not sitting here preaching about cheating and love and respect and honor. I think that is what we're missing. This man, I don't know even as a man if I can, like if I'm okay with it, then you at least I don't know. Like this shit was just so weird.
All of it was some cult like Get Out type shit. It was very weird. It was very even the video looked very much rehearsed. Like it was like, I'm gonna hold your hand. We're gonna look like a united front, and I'm gonna
hold your hand.
You're just gonna sit there. You're just gonna sit there while I spew all this bullshit, and then you come in with some crazy ass lines, and then we're gonna end the video. Like literally, it was a PR stunt that went horrendously wrong. 1000%.
Well, according to everything, he has gained lots of followers. He still has a lot of support in his whatever. He even made a reaction video of him being a love
Now that's
video of him and his wife.
That's a level.
Special.
That's a level of narcissism that is dangerous, y'all. And I think that's where I'm like, all these people that are now following and supporting this man, I'm concerned about your mental well-being, because there are two things.
New followers as a result of this.
Yeah, I think there was something that said he has gained at least 200,000 new followers.
It's just nuts, yo. And my thing is like, I always hate when a nigga get caught doing some fuck shit, right? They always want to get religious and their life has changed and they got the Bible in their hand and I have to be a righteous man, a righteous husband, and I have to stop it, because you were literally in video footage beforehand saying you're not religious. You don't subscribe to that. But when you get caught in your shit, then it's all of a sudden God and Jesus is going to save me. And
I want people to leave God out of their trash.
Like, exactly. Leave God out of it, yo. Just say, I fucked up. I want to do what I need to do to make shit right. And I'm going to try every day to do that. Like, I feel like we would respect you more if you went that route than I did, everything I told everybody not to do. And, because the Lord came into my life, I'm now going to be a righteous and a biblical husband. Like, all right. Now you're giving a bad name to Christianity. Like, now you.
That's another good question that you bring up right there. Does people getting really kind of fanatic in religion turn you off from it?
Yes.
Like from what we saw from them. Does it turn you off from wanting to even know that God that would allow something like this to happen?
So I know for me, growing up in the church, I've seen those people that you can't even say, how's your day, without it being, the Lord has blessed me to see another day of the God. Like, everything is a scripture. Mm-hmm. That is a huge turnoff, because it takes away you're human. You're not Jesus. You're not God. You're human. You can believe in something without turning into it, almost like possessing yourself with it. That's why I seen a video about that, where they were saying, like, it almost seems as if there's a possession over her when she talks about her religion. And that's what's off-putting. I think religion is more shared when people see the life that you live. Let your life speak for itself. Mm-hmm. So when you're out here quoting scriptures every 2 seconds, I know I'm immediately turned off at a Bible toting scripture quoting person. Immediately.
I hate it. I think like watching her videos, I was just like, oh no. Like, if I didn't have a personal relationship with the Lord, I feel like I would have been like, no. I don't want
that one. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah. No parts of any of that.
Mm-hmm. I think it makes sense though, right? Like, I feel like when you hit rock bottom, that's usually the place that people go in order to feel some sense of hope, and that everything in their life is not completely gone and vanished. And so I think that spirituality can be a really great source of strength for people, and I think baby girl probably needs all the Jesus she can get right now. Like, in all seriousness, like, nobody even knew who she was, right? Like, all these years we knew he was married, but nobody even knew who his wife was. Like, now she probably got a gazillion followers, right? So now she's walking into this fame that she probably didn't ask for, and asked for it for that reason, right? Like, we all know this girl's whole first name. I didn't know who she even was like 3 days ago, right? So I think that to a certain extent, she needs all the help she can get. And if Jesus is the source of her strength, by all means, sis, do whatever you need to do.
Just don't come over to me talking about your breastplate. Just don't talk to me about your breastplate righteousness. Okay, just stay over there.
One of the other topics that came out about that was, does your presentation matter? In general, like when you're going out, even if you're just a natural old girl and you just like to put your hair in a ponytail and just go out, does that matter when it comes to men cheating?
It's a twofold thing, right? Because I've seen both sides where there's women who make it their top priority to make sure they're looking good all day long, like making sure they get up early to fix their face before their man wakes up, those types, and they get cheated on.
That sounds so
I've seen
awful.
it sounds horrendous,
I
right?
wake up before he wakes up so I can get right
Yeah,
with
Southern women specifically, they love doing that. And then I've seen people like myself who, will roll up in funky breath and face, and you know what I mean, just be 100% comfortable and natural in themselves, and we get cheated on. So I just feel like the appearance itself doesn't determine whether you're going to get cheated on or not. But I think there's a lack of when you stop trying. So like if you get somebody looking a specific type of way, I do believe you need to at least upkeep that way that you looked when you got them. You know what I mean?
Do I?
No,
I think to a certain extent.
yeah.
I think to a certain extent, yeah.
I know what you're saying. I'm with you.
Yeah.
On this, but
So like okay, I think I'm gonna use weight, and it's a touchy subject, but let's just call it what the fuck it is. All right. If I meet you at this size and then I get comfy, that love weight hits, we put on a little 20 some odd pounds, that might be all right. But if I'm starting to get up there and I'm in, hundreds of pounds more, it's not fair for me to look at my spouse or whoever I'm dealing with and being like, you supposed to love me for me. Bruh, this wasn't what you was when I first met you. So like, these are things that I'm conscious of. I'm not trying to upkeep an image, but I do want to make sure you still look at me and be like, oh yeah, she's sexy. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Because there are, in your relationship, when you do get comfortable, you do get comfortable.
Exactly.
Like you might not dress up all the time anymore, but you know that you still can dress up. You don't want to be out here looking sloppy and ridiculous, especially when you're going out or when you're doing things in the house. Cool.
I would even say in the house, sometimes spice it up and throw something on. Who knows?
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
I do feel like you do have to upkeep some level of appearance at some point. Like you got to still be able to get dressed. And I think what like a lot of the comparison that happened in this situation, we'll stop using his name. In that situation, the wife was very homely. She was very, sloppy. She was sloppily dressed. She was very sloppily dressed. She often is very tacky. Now, when you have that and that's at home, but then you are who you are, I think like one of you guys said, and you are getting an influx of women that are that are coming to you in their best, just to their nine, whether it's lashes and weaves or just a full natural
bad goddess type.
Gloss and and a fat ass. Like if I have to sit here and look like all right, that's my wife and she looks a mess and she doesn't care, and here she is reading Psalms throughout this home, and then I have this bitch, these
vixen,
my DMs literally throwing themselves at me and offering me things. Is this enough to not make me stray?
These are the realities I wish all women would come to, because we get trapped in this mind frame of, once I have you, you're supposed to just love me for who I am, no matter what. And it's like, sis, you're not the only woman walking on this planet, and you won't be the last one walking on this planet. So don't ever get too comfortable. I think The Game had put up a meme or post about it saying, like, go back to the days where, like, if you find somebody, just find somebody and then delete social media.
Social media.
That's it. And stick with who the fuck you got. Because in this day and age through social media, there's a bad bitch that's one click away. It doesn't take much to get to a bad bitch these days.
And all you gotta do is press the little message button and there you go.
That's it. She right there. So it's like, it's a constant world of, you can always see that there's so many more options. There's something better out there. So like, we've got to adjust to the times. Those days where you could be an old nana sitting at home in your little bonnet and think your man's still supposed to come home to you is not, those days are done. I'm sorry to say it.
So because there is more access or easier access to more women, is that the reason why no one can stay faithful? Or
I think so.
Is it that just maybe the idea of monogamy is just outdated?
I mean, it's never been outdated because people have been cheating since the beginning of time. Let's just call it what it is. Grandpas having whole families outside of their marriage. So
You got mad first cousins.
No, I always meet a new uncle after like every 5 years or so, fam. Like, it's crazy. So like, that's what I mean. Like, that's another discussion. Is monogamy like this crazy concept that's been placed on a species that isn't meant to be monogamous? Who knows? There's so many different ways we could go about this, but this situation is a fucking.
Both of you guys have been in monogamous relationships that led to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you are out of them, are you open to maybe a poly lifestyle?
That's what opened me to a poly lifestyle, quite frankly. I learned that being in that long-term monogamy, I got to a certain stage where it was like, I don't like this. I don't like having to be with this one person. Not that I had the desire to go out and dip around, but when like I said, marriage is a funny situation. You understand me? Situation. And when you get in there and you've been in that long haul, and everybody that's been married for a long time knows what I'm talking about. When you get to that, I want to say like 5 to 10 years. Like when anything past 5 years, y'all are now in like training camp. And once you get to that 10-year mark and you're like, bitch, I'm tired of fucking training with you. Like, I don't like the fact that society puts this pressure on us that even though I can't stand looking at your fucking face in this moment, I still have to only be with you. Like, I think we should have been conditioned as humans to be like, yo, I'm not really rocking with you right now. That's not to say I need to go over here and get over here, but at least to start the conversation on what we can do to fix this, because us just trying to force ourselves to love each other is not fucking working.
I heard that you, like, around that time, like around what did you say, like 4 to 6 year-ish, like that's usually the hardest time. But then
7 years, that a specific mark right there. They say
so 7 years you get through this fucking terrible hump, this whatever. I heard that once you get over that though, things start to ease out because you've gone through that fire with that person. Is that, how long were you guys married?
I was actually I reached right at that 7-year mark, so we didn't get over the hump. No, we didn't get over that hump.
Damn it! 1 more year, man.
Darn it!
So
but
close,
no,
so
based on going through that hump, though, I realized how it could get better if you do make it through that hump, though, because that's usually when you get to that place where you now have to have that real ass conversation with your spouse. All right, we reached this fucking, like, boys to men, we reached the end of the road. What are we about to do now? How are we going to make this work if we're going to stick together? And those who make it work, I feel like, sit down and have the hardest fucking conversations on what they need to do to make it fucking work. And then it's smooth sailing from there because you got all the crazy shit out the way and you were able to get to a space to have a real transparent conversation.
Yeah, I think for me, it comes down to maybe it shouldn't be like till death do us part, right? I definitely
laws in there.
A contract.
I definitely think that there should be some like renegotiating of the terms of your contract at least every three years. Like every 3 years. Let's just take inventory, see if this is still working for both of us, and be really, really honest about what is and isn't working, right? Like, because I feel like for me, one of the things that I didn't do in my marriage was have honest conversations. Like, the only time we had an honest conversation was I don't know, when we were on Henny and Hotwings 4 years post-divorce, right? Like, that was our first honest conversation. So I think that's part of the thing. Like, you spend so much time just trying to keep it together, trying to not upset the other person, trying not to fight all the time. And those real conversations are not being had. So I think that there has to be something in there where you're forced to really take a good look at what's going on. Is this working is everybody happy in this situation?
Yeah.
And not to say that, like, you know, you're going to be happy every day, but like, if the overall like, you know, cumulative of the relationship is like, just, ugh, I hate it here. Why are we doing this? And who are we doing this for? Right. And so maybe the other thing too of it is like going into marriage without necessarily having so many things that become so conjoint that it makes it even impossible for you to leave each other.
Do you think that marriage ruins things?
Yes, I used to say that, like, marriage is where good relationships go to die. Like,
I feel like I've heard that a lot. Like, I feel like I've seen people in very long-term relationships, like,
and they get married in
12 years, and they decide that they are going to get married to seal this deal, and then after that, everything goes to shit.
Yeah. There's so many things. Again, a society has like put so much on that freaking little fucking license that it can ruin a genuine love and relationship that you have with somebody. Because with you signing on that dotted line, it's now you have a list of responsibilities, this, that, and the third, that before you were just doing because you love them. Mm-hmm. Now you're doing it because you're obligated to. Now you're doing this because if you don't, your finances could be in fucking trouble. Mm-hmm. So you have way more to fucking lose now if you don't do all these things that you were just doing out of love. It's like we always say, if you find a passion, like the moment it turns into a job, you don't like it anymore. That's exactly what I think about with marriage. Like, it's like it turns into a job.
Well, let me switch it on you guys, because we do talk about the negative aspects of marriage. Is there any positive?
Right, there is. I promise there is.
I mean, like, I feel like maybe because I'm so single and I talk so much shit about men all the time, that in my head, marriage almost has a negative stigma to me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're married. Oh, so sorry to hear that.
One day you'll be free. One day you'll be free.
What'd you do that for? Nice. You know, like, I just like, what are the good? I mean, you know, you have a partner. You got a partner in crime, and I've seen. I actually have seen, or social media scene, not celebrities, but, you know, regular people that really go to bat for each other, really, you know, obviously, honestly love. And not saying that if you get divorced, you didn't obviously or honestly love somebody or whatever, but, you know, like, I've seen a lot of like good teamwork coming out of marriages. So, like, what are the good things that you guys maybe miss or, you know, liked a lot?
I think you named them all for me, and that was because I was in a toxic ass relationship. So I didn't know what a healthy relationship was supposed to be. So for me, what kept me was the fact that I had my partner that I could cuddle with at night, and we could laugh and we have jokes. And then let me take that back. There is a dope part of, and I guess I don't say just marriage, because there's a dope part of having a long-term partner, not necessarily the marriage part. Of when you grow up together, you kind of have an understanding of each other that nobody else in this world does. And that shit is dope. That's why I'm trying to find the good part of marriage specifically. Give me a second. Shit.
I am silent.
Shit.
No. Damn it.
I mean, all right, let's take it here. I'm gonna find a different abstract route.
Okay, let's see how you play this off.
Oh shit, this is sad.
Both of you guys are terrible.
No, I feel like this is not a good question for us.
Right,
you know,
we're scorned.
Maybe I should. Okay. Oh, I know who we're gonna have for that empty slot that we had to kick somebody out of.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. That's what I was trying to say. But again, Jordan, what you're describing doesn't happen in just marriages. That's a long-term. Anytime you've been with somebody for a long time, that shit happens.
And this is very interesting because this is somebody who is, you know, engaged. So, like, this is somebody who is about to enter into this partnership with someone for the rest of their life.
Here's the benefit. I found one.
What? Eureka!
I've got one. I do feel like when there's children or offspring involved, there is a huge benefit in being a married unit, because it then creates a one kind of umbrella for the child to grow up under. You guys both have the same last name. Your finances are kind of one. I don't know. I don't have kids, so you guys can probably tell me.
You went and grasped at an example that you can't even relate to, man.
Mo,
Wow.
I'm hoping maybe.
Wow,
Mo
bro.
said, I would imagine that once upon a time I was married and we did happen to maybe be
Have
able
a
to
kid.
have children, then what I would think.
That's the only thing I can find good about marriage. That's the only.
While Jill Badu is over here, like, yeah, I do have one of those.
And no, fuck marriage.
Yeah.
I feel
was
like
trying,
I'm
y'all.
so, I don't know. I think part of it for me is that I'm so far removed from that life that like it almost feels like such a lifetime ago. You know what I mean? Like I've been single for longer than, or I've been divorced for longer than I was actually married,
Oh,
right?
Mm.
So I think that's a piece of it. But like when I try to think back to good times, like, you know, like he was my nigga. Like we were really, really cool, right? Like in the
prior
Yeah.
to
sense that,
marriage, they were literally like, wow, look at them. They
yeah, we got along
are
really
good.
well.
I
Yeah.
believe, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say marriage is the negative thing. It's not the relationship. It's literally the marriage part. Something about marriage just
ain't right.
it just ain't fucking right.
But it ain't right at all.
Jordan, but you keep doing it, Jordan. You go and move forward with what you're doing. I would never discourage anybody who's not been married to not get married.
And Jordan's going to
Yes.
be on in a couple of weeks, so we can always ask him about, you know,
Yeah.
that part. Because I would imagine that, you know, like in this day and age where there's so much negativity circulating around marriage and stuff, that when you do make that that commitment to enter into this,
Mhm.
it has to be something that you weigh very heavily and you think
Yeah.
hard and you're like, you know what? This is exactly what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to fucking do it. And it's going to be great. Don't scare me.
We're not trying to ruin any engagements here on the show.
No. This
We're
is
not.
so good because, you know, like I was talking to my son's godmother today, one of my oldest friends, and she was like, she, you know, like her relationship, whatever, and because he didn't want to move forward, you know, like he doesn't want any more kids, he doesn't want to get married, and I was like, send him over here.
I'll take him.
What's up?
Right
and
up my
like,
alley.
you know, I want those things. I want to get, so, you know, like I feel like once upon a time I was in that mood where I wanted to get married and I wanted to have a kid with my husband, and now it's just like I can do without either one of those.
Yeah. And it's funny
Hey.
because society would love to tell you, oh, you're settling. And I think it's not settling. It's the complete opposite. It's going against what society forces us to believe we need to do to understand what we actually want. I'm learning. I don't
Talk
even
about
know.
it, yo. Preach
Come
the
on.
word.
I don't even know if I want to be in a relationship these days. Like,
Ooh.
let's talk about it. Like, and it's not just because summer's coming, guys. Okay, summer might have something to do with it, but
For the streets.
the streets are calling me for the summer. But even outside of that, when I think, and it could be, you know, still PTSD from my failed marriage, but when I think of the commitment and the finale of like saying it's me and you and I just want to be with you, it literally makes my skin crawl. Like, I don't know if I want that. It's too much of a commitment. It's too much responsibility.
I think I want a little boyfriend.
I want a little boyfriend to go do fun stuff with, but don't check me on anything I'm doing in life. Like, leave me alone. Let me live my life and we meet up and go have fun together. That's what I want.
Oh, you want a Corey.
Shout out to Corey.
I always say that, like between him and Jill and, you know, my sister and like y'all, and like I've got a man.
Like, I got a man.
Between all of y'all. Like, I think that I could, if somebody be like, are you single? Actually, no, I'm not. No, because fucking somebody, she cooks for me, you give me blunts.
All your needs are met.
I
All your needs are
can go
met.
on dates with Corey, and you know, like everything is always fun, and Jordan, but not Jordan because I don't know. They put up too many barriers. What barriers? Wouldn't they?
Like,
Is there
too many restrictions?
Is there a certain thing that come? Oh,
Yeah.
Because even last week, Jill said that if she did even get a boyfriend, she couldn't even. She has to
can't
be
do shit. Yeah, it's like you almost have to dumb down who you are to be with somebody, and it's like I don't want that. I want to be like somebody that knows how crazy or knows that I'm doing the podcast and I'm going to talk shit about what the fuck we do in our relationship, and just be like, yo, I rocks with that. I like that, and I feel like that person doesn't exist. So that's why maybe I'm okay with just being single. But also it takes it to another level. It's like fucking Super Mario Brothers. When you put the ring on it, there's something else that happens. Exactly. It's like the mushroom. Like Mario grows bigger, and it becomes now like it's like you're my property almost. So and then it's what is society or what is the outside world going to think of our marriage if you act a certain type of way? And it's so fucking much. So that's why all of it is making my skin crawl just talking about it. Jesus.
Books she lets me live my best life. But I think that some men are smart enough to understand that even if I live my best life, I'm not being crazy.
Exactly.
Like I'm not being crazy. So I know Books, and I know that even when he goes out and lives his good life, it's because he's turning up with his boys.
His boys not acting up.
She will probably knows where he at. He don't hide nothing. But you're not living your best life with another bitch.
Okay.
You're not living your best life out here, going on dates and dinners and going away on trips with chicks.
That's what
like I wouldn't do that either as a married. Like even if I was married, go live your life. Go hang out with your boys.
Live your best life. Even on boys trips. Whatever y'all doing, have fun. Go
on to Mexico, have fun. If you gotta go to the strip club, slap some ass, but then you come back home and you act like you got some motherfucking sense.
Yes,
because when I go on my girls' trips, I'm gonna slap some ass too.
And I get a dick slapped in my face. Oh, did I? Oh,
see, this is why.
Oh,
exactly why. Mo.
Sorry.
You get a dick slapped in your face when you're married.
What if it's just a dick dance? They've got Latin dances. Just swings your dick his dick in your face and it just
Why you do that? Why you dick me in my face? You dick my face. I believe that there should be some independence and some freedom and stuff. And I do, but you know what? I noticed that the motherfuckers who have the most craziest women, or mostly the craziest women who tell you, check you, I was checking up.
I would kill you if you do this to me.
Yeah, those be the motherfuckers that is in the most set of love. In the most set of love. Like my ex.
Oh no.
His wife was a psychopath. And she hated me, and she hated any resemblance of a female breathing within 10 feet of him. So but he loves the fuck out of her. Like he loves her. He knows that she's crazy. He knows that she's delusional. And he's like, I love it.
There are some guys that are truly turned on by that level of crazy. There are some guys that get a rush out of it. I think guys like Future, the toxic guys out here, really, they always say that. Like, I love it. She's fucking crazy and I fucking love it. Like, okay.
That's my problem. I'm not crazy enough.
That's my problem too. That's why we're single, because we're not crazy enough.
I've said that as even with my baby father. I am not crazy enough, because I know the craziest baby mamas, they get bank, they get every weekend and 3 days a week, they get all kinds of stuff. I let that niggas do and say whatever he wants. I stopped arguing a while ago. Oh, you can't. Oh, all right.
Anything that causes my blood pressure to raise, I cannot subscribe to. Like at the moment I feel it happen, I go, I can't. Like I'm not gonna have a stroke. I'm not about to have a stroke because you're stupid. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I with him, I used to really kind of go nuts. Like really, like going at it like 17,000 pages of text messages and cussing them out, coming up with nice, rude, nasty messages to
Oh,
say
they used to be nasty, boy.
very, very
I
rude.
can imagine.
Like the nastier, the better she felt about
Now,
herself.
the only
Like,
paragraph
man.
you'll get from me is the child goes to school at this point and it's all his stats and data and information just so you can have it. That's the longest you're going to get from me. Anything else, it's yep. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I don't have it. I don't have
You know.
the chutzpah. The chutzpah.
The chutzpah. Yeah,
You
it's
look-
gone. I like it. So maybe that's why we're single. We're not crazy enough to keep somebody.
My favorite meme, even just to die it down a little bit, was where is it? Men want that.
Hey.
I am her.
But then that just says that you're crazy.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
I
does
talk
that-
back. I cheat back.
Oh, okay. So no,
I
that's
will
why
blow.
I
I
don't
will
like.
burn down your. I would potentially. I might maybe not burn down the house, especially if I live there.
Yeah,
But I
Here's the-
would.
I feel like why are we like that meme? Like that's like comparing apples to oranges because what we have with Derek Jackson is not comparable to what we had with Left Eye here. I feel like that's stupidity that we're dealing with the Jays. That's what we're gonna call them. That's literal stupidity. It's not even like you have a docile wife that's quiet and doesn't want drama. That's just flat out stupidity. I feel like I'm kind of in between. I'm not gonna take your shit, but I'm also not gonna burn your house down. Like, you know what I mean? There's an in between.
I perhaps will inflict some type of pain.
Mm.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll sleep with your father. You know,
That's diabolical.
maybe I'll I don't know. Maybe I will put creases in all of your Jordans.
Air Force Ones too, if they still wear those.
Air Force Ones. Perhaps I will put a little, dye in your shampoo, or just some. I just feel like in those super disrespectful situations,
Oh yeah.
it only makes sense to meet disrespect with disrespect.
See, and maybe that's what it is. My level of disrespect is so plotted to, I'm not going to act crazy or do anything that might land me in jail.
Yeah.
What I am going to do is sit back and wait years for you to fall in love with the love of your life, your wife, and then I'm going to go fuck her. That's what I'm going to go do. I'll do shit like that.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
That's what I'm going to do.
Your wife, all right?
Bitch. Like, and then
Leave you for me.
Exactly. When she's coming to you crying, saying that I do it better. I want you to remember the day you played me. Remember that day. Shout out to Frida. Shout out to Frida.
I feel that. I feel that a lot. I wish I could fuck somebody's wife.
You can. I believe in you.
No, I can't.
I know the texture thing.
And they're so whoppy,
They're so whoppy.
Oh my God. God. I mean, I wouldn't want to adapt either, but I would, like the WAP situation is just, you got to be very in tune with your life.
You really got to like vagina to get into it. You're right. You got to like it.
No, Caro.
I don't think I have a vengeful bone in my body. I don't know.
You would just block and go on with your life?
Yeah. I mean, I talk my shit, but that's literally what I've been doing. I just block and go on with my life.
She is diabolical. She will report your child to DSS.
Tell the whole story.
Damn, Joe.
The whole story.
Tell the whole story.
Let me find the whole story.
Let me go look for it.
Let me go look because she will take your child to DSS because you cheated.
The storyline. I reported your child to DSS because you cheated on me.
Oh, I was told listen, there's the story.
Okay.
I was told to babysit my stepson because the mother will be working the whole weekend and my boyfriend went home. Accidentally, I received a picture from an unknown number of them both on vacation. I've been crying nonstop. My heart. So, yeah. So somebody wrote in the comments, like that's kind of fucked up. Everybody was like, damn, damn, that's fucked up. You
Yeah,
know,
that's pretty fucked up.
crazy. That's really kind of fucked up. And then one of my friends from Michigan, I'm trying to find his comment. He said, step 1, call a locksmith and change all of the locks on the house. Step 2, pack up all his shit and put it on the curb. Step 3, call social services for child abandonment. Tell them you were only supposed to watch the kid for a few hours and you don't know where the parents are, and have them come get the kid. Step 4, block all of their numbers, socials, and emails. And step 5, go stay with a friend for a few days and never talk to any of them motherfuckers ever again.
I wholeheartedly agreed with every single one of those steps, especially the one where you give that kid to the department within the government that is responsible for taking care of kids. I didn't sign up to take care of nobody's kid for 2 days. I don't even care if it's just 2 days. That's not my kid. Y'all didn't ask me to take care of your kid. And first of all, I think the whole thing is goofy as fuck. I'm not leaving my kid with anybody knowing that I'm doing them dirty. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I'm not doing that. So just off of the strength that like I wouldn't even put somebody in a position where they could possibly put my kid in harm's way. The reality is that like now that I have found out that you're out here with your kid's mother doing God knows what, I'm no longer in a good mental headspace to be taking care of nobody kid. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop him off. Y'all figure that out. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna go and take care of myself because I'm devastated. This girl's been crying all weekend. This little boy just sitting there watching her cry. What you crying about?
Now he traumatized.
If he looked like his daddy, I may take that out on him. I don't want any parts. I don't want the responsibility of having to like curb my own feelings and what I'm going through emotionally to take care of somebody else's kid who didn't care enough about their kid to find a proper babysitter. What are we doing? I'm not enabling. That has nothing to do with me.
Why aren't you a proper baby? I'm not. I agree with all of the points. I'm not reporting a child to DSS custody. I'm not doing it. I stand very firm on that. We don't know what's going to happen. You did actually, you were told to watch the kid for the weekend.
I was told. I wasn't asked.
Yeah, but you clearly didn't say no.
You agreed to it. That's how the child ended up there.
Yeah, you agreed to it. That's how the child ended up there. And it's not like it's a stranger.
The thing is, I don't know where home is. I don't know where home is for the dude. So that was the part that's unclear to me. Right?
I don't hear where the home is. Like,
if we're in Boston and he goes home to his family in Chicago or whatever, yeah, that's a big difference versus, oh, my family lives in Springfield. I'm gonna go see my family real quick.
But if you know that his family lives in Springfield, why are you reporting the child to the DSS?
So maybe
it's not like you're not.
If I know his family and I know where they reside, I would of course exhaust those options.
And say no, but you were gung ho about reporting the child to DSS.
But what I'm saying to you is,
buckle down on it like
first of all, I don't know the context of those people's relationship. I don't know if they know each other's families. I don't know if they're tight. I don't know if they clearly they don't have a village locally, why would they leave him with me? That's weird.
His girlfriend. You were his girlfriend. You were actually his girlfriend, and he left his child with you. And so if he had just gone away for the weekend, and he had cheated with the girl, no, not even the weekend. If she didn't go away and they was just cheating regular, and you found out, then you would just give the child to the family or him. I feel like everything was fine. I'm not reporting any child I know that is not in immediate danger to the government officials, because after they leave my custody, if something were to happen that child with a bunch of strangers that they don't know, fuck traumatized because I'm crying, whatever.
That's really traumatizing.
Sending a child to a stranger's home where I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And if that is just not enough compassion to get over your emotions until it's the weekend, it said it in the thing, the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, if you can't wait until that day is over where they're supposed to come back to receive this child, and you report my child to DSS, yeah, we fucked with you. I'm also gonna beat your fucking ass for reporting my child to fucking DSS.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know if I wasn't in that group. No, I get it. I wasn't
mad?
Yeah.
If you report my child to DSS, I'm definitely beating your ass. There's no question about it.
If you went to the store
There's
and
no question.
you went to the store, say
It's not like I was just like dropping them off and be like, I'll be right back, girl. And then I was gone for the weekend. I actually watched my child for the weekend. And because you didn't like what I was doing for the weekend, you called the government on my fucking child. I'm busting your ass.
It has a wrong.
You
I'm
better
just
believe
thinking
it.
about that because there's like just randomly, there's been a lot of times I'll be like, yo, ma, I'm just going to Target when I was face down, ass up somewhere. And if she found out and be like, oh, abandoned me, let me call DSS 51A because you're not where you said you were going to be, but you agreed to watch my child. I think that's so fucked up. That's all an emotion that you would report a child to police or to the government authority because you're mad because you found out that I was on vacation with my man or my baby daddy.
What I'm saying is, for me, if I did not agree to watch this kid for the weekend, I'm not keeping the kid for the weekend.
It says it right here. He might have not asked you, but you also didn't deny the fact that
the child is in your house, so that means you agreed to it.
You agreed to watching the child once I left the house, and you said no. You need to come and take your child or drop him to somebody else or
I'm going to report them to DSS for abandonment. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you hit him with that, but you don't just do it.
No, you agreed to watch the kid regardless of why the fuck I went out. Even if you're crying, you found out I was cheating, you found out I was Derek fucking Jackson. Do not report my child to fucking DSS custody because that's not fair to the child. It has nothing to do with
that's very traumatizing.
Grown-ass motherfucker. Get over it. You don't report somebody's child to DSS custody when you don't know what's going to happen. You're so concerned about the child and abandonment. Like that countdown literally said, it even lied. It said, call social services for child abandonment. I didn't abandon my child. I left him with my girlfriend. Yes, I'm cheating on my girlfriend. Did not abandon my child. She
agreed to keep my kid for the weekend.
And for somebody who's not upset about infidelity, what's the problem? Infidelity is not a problem.
That's just not my kid. I'm not holding on to the kid.
And you should have not agreed to keep the kid.
I feel like when you agreed to watch somebody's child
in there where she said, hey, I agreed to hold on to this kid for the weekend.
Because you
literally started with, I was told to watch the boy.
Yeah, so it's not like she's a kid. It's not like she's a kid.
The mother was going to be gone all
So at what point did you say, I'm not watching? You tell me you're watching your kid. I'm not watching your kid. So once you don't object to watching the kid, you are agreeing to watch the kid.
Okay, all I'm saying is this whole situation is goofy. I don't even want to go back and forth about like this scenario because it's so far from like anything that I would be comfortable doing that like I literally just cannot relate and I cannot understand. I can't wrap my mind around that. I'm not leaving my kid in somebody's care that A, I didn't get consent from, that they would be willing to watch my kid. B, I'm not going to leave my kid. If the mom was in agreement with this, it's even worse. Like, hey, go ahead, leave Bobby with your little girlfriend so that we can go gallivant down the street. Like,
so I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's not the best.
I'm not doing that.
I get what you're saying. Not the best parenting idea, right? But you now punish the child because the parents didn't make a good idea, a good choice. Because the child is ultimately the only one that's getting hurt in this.
Literally.
It's the only one.
I don't really give a fuck about anybody else, not even the girlfriend, because I still feel that the girlfriend should have been like, no, take your fucking kid with you when you go to your home.
Okay, and that for me is where the story should end. I said I didn't want to watch him. He said I'm leaving him anyway. That's abandonment, right? Like that's technically.
But you weren't gonna call the government until you found out that he was cheating.
They were on vacation.
Abandonment here, then why didn't you call abandonment when they left the house?
Yeah.
The thing is, we don't have enough information. That's the reality of the situation. So I'm not going to sit here and assume any of these things because I don't know. All I know is
just know that you're reporting the child.
Exactly, because you was doubling down on calling DNS.
She literally.
What I'm saying is it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be my child. It wouldn't be me as the mother of that child, and it wouldn't be me as the girlfriend of anybody's keeping that child. So all roads leads to it. Just wouldn't be me.
Got it.
So even for the sake of conversation, you can't have the conversation because it's too stupid. Okay.
The show is over. Yeah.
But we're not done. Make sure you guys follow. We told you guys we were going to end a little early tonight. We took it a little bit to a half an hour. I mean, to an extra half an hour. My titties are sweating so much.
Yeah. PMS is very real, y'all. I just want to make that. Hi, this show was brought to you by the letters of P, M, and S.
We should name this PMS.
Yeah, I think we should. I think mine is on its way, so it's only right. Yeah, I think we should.
And I don't got anything in this house. Gummies.
Ooh, you're gonna be knocked out. You're gonna sleep very well.
Oh, I am. I've been waking up at 4:00 in the morning, pissed off at everything.
The devil is a liar. I don't believe in that hour.
Make sure that you guys follow us. We have our everything underscored already on this page. Miss Hot Sauce You, Jill underscore Badu, Miss Mofilla, and Henny and Hotwings. Henny and Hotwings across all social media, websites, everything. Or just Google Henny and Hotwings and we out here.
Right.
We'll be back not next week, but the week after.
Yes.
With a full lineup of really amazing guests.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys later.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.